Hambriento de WrestleMania, sería su primer gran WrestleMania.
Carga la Cena como si fuese un muñequito de trapo. Cena se bajó el bus y trata de eliminar al Ryback. ¡A la pala!
¡A huevo!
¡Acaba de eliminar al Ryback! Cena gana Royal Rumble 2013. ¡Tremendo final! ¡Sí!
Hace historia, se convierte en ganador de la Batalla Real 2013 por segunda vez en su carrera.
Turn my damn music off. Turn my music off. Ain't no need for it today. I'm not even in a good mood to hear my own music right now. This is pissing me off, man. Okay. I was gonna do a review on the Rumble, being a good sport, because I haven't done rants in a while, and I was gonna talk about the Rumble and how the matches were. But fuck that. I'm not even gonna talk about the Rumble. I am gonna talk about the Rumble. What I am gonna talk about is the bullshit and the fuckery that happened on the Rumble. First off, was the Royal Rumble match itself. It's what pissed me off. It didn't piss me off as much as what I'm going to talk about next, which is the Rock and CM Punk match. Now, this is my whole ordeal about the Rumble. Up and coming guys that have won the Rumble, like Hacksaw Jim Duggan and others that participated in the Royal Rumble match and won, actually had a boost in the Royal Rumble match. So I thought, this year it was going to be different. Maybe a mid-card wrestler is going to rise from the ashes and get a push that he so rightfully deserves, like Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, somebody. I was praying for at least a mid-carder to win that match. But no. Jack always doesn't get what he wants. You know who did get what they always wanted? John Cena. John Cena won the match, which utterly pissed me off. I really had my money on Ryback and a few other superstars to win the match, but my money was on Ryback because, throughout the whole year he was getting screwed out of a title shot. So I said, okay, why not Ryback get that? But no, John fucking Cena had to win the match. John Cena, of all people, of all motherfucking people, the guy that wrestles so sloppy and so horribly and doesn't even have good wrestling moves in his repertoire, John Cena wins. No, I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe CM Punk is gonna win against The Rock, and it'll be Punk and Cena at WrestleMania. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, maybe this won't be such a bad night. It'll be another easy win for Punk, and a WrestleMania easily won for him, But yet again, Jack doesn't get always what he wants. And a guy that I used to respect, I used to look up to, I used to see as an idol, who just left the company and just up and went. And for him to win the title, it leaves me in bewilderment. It really does. It leaves me befuddled. On top of that, it leaves me in fucking flabbergasted. It's so ridiculous how the WWE is just promoting their wrestlers, really, and it just doesn't make sense to me that they would have that Vince McMahon would even think that Punk not defending his title against somebody who he deserves more of a chance for a championship match, like Ziggler, like Ryder, like Justin Gabriel, who's a guy who barely gets promoted anymore on any of the SmackDown or Raw. So it's like, it just, I don't get it. I mean, I've been a fan for this entertainment for about 15 years. I've been watching wrestling since I was about 5 years old. I've been watching since up until now. That's 16 years. 16 years of watching this show. And throughout all the other screw jobs, like the Montreal screw job, Mankind getting screwed, I would never, ever fathom this. I would never even think that Vince McMahon would think that The Rock and Cena going head to head at WrestleMania yet again is going to double his revenue. It's stupid. We all know what's going to happen. It's predictable. This is what I already painted for you guys. Rock's not going to show for Elimination Chamber. Cena's going to wrestle at Elimination Chamber. Okay, that's out of the way. Now we got Rock and Cena at WrestleMania. Of course, Cena's going to win. And guess what's going to happen to Rock? He's going to disappear back into fucking Hollywood in his fucking loft. Alright? Make his fucking movies and forget about the fans who watched him throughout the years, just like how I have, respected his career just like how I used to, and just disappear. Like he always does. And then you got a guy like Cena who's been in the business for 10 years, and out of 8 of those 10 years, he's been wrestling so crappy, and yet he's still in Vince McMahon's back pocket. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But anyway, after WrestleMania is all said and done and The Rock has drifted back into Hollywood and Cena's walking around like he earned a fucking WWE championship, when we all know, all real wrestling fans, and I'm going to point this out to you guys right now, if anyone leaves a comment saying that I'm just bitching because CM Punk lost, you are dead fucking wrong, and I will delete your fucking comment. I'm being fucking real right now. I am a real wrestling fan. I mean, I already know it's fake. I already know that. I know that. I know it's fake. I know the storylines are fake. But what I look for when I watch wrestling is real athletes that know how to talk on the mic and know how to present themselves well in the ring. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying this for all real wrestlers. Not just because I'm butthurt about CM Punk losing. That's besides the point. That's besides the fact that I'm trying to state here on the show. Alright? Now, this is the thing. While Cena's walking around with the championship around his waist like he earned something, he's going to go to the next pay-per-view. What's the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania? Isn't it, well, that's the least of my concerns right now. But Punk's going to invoke his rematch against Cena at the following pay-per-view after WrestleMania, whatever it is. And guess what's going to happen? Cena's going to win that too. Why? Because the simple fact that, like I said before, he's in Vince McMahon's back pocket. Alright? That's the whole reason behind all of this. Behind all of WWE's schemes. If you're not in Vince McMahon's back pocket, or if you're not an oversized, buffed out, beefed out guy, you're not going to be nowhere near in his sights to be in any type of main event whatsoever. It's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen for you. No matter how hard you worked, no matter how hard you've competed, no matter how many times you've competed, no matter how much shit you had to go through to get to the top, into the WWE, if you're not beefed out, or you're not someone that Vince McMahon thinks is raw main event material, you're not going to be in the main event, and you're not going to see that championship around your waist. Like I said, I'm just being real. That's the whole reason for this show. I'm just being real. I'm being realistic. Okay? So for all those guys out there that think that CM Punk is going to get the championship and it's going to be all back to where, no, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. I'm just, like I said, I'm just being real. It's not going to be the same. 436 days gone. Is it 36 or 30, 34? I lost count. But anyway, those 400 plus days are gone. And even if Punk gets that title back, I don't think for a second that Vince McMahon is going to let him run another 430 plus days as champion again. I mean, as long as CM Punk is not CM Punk, as long as John Cena is roaming around Earth, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. And you know what? It's shit like this. And people, oh my God, people judge me on watching wrestling. There's people out there that take wrestling a lot more serious than me, you know, and people that take it a lot more serious than I do, I'm just gonna flat out say this because, like I said, I'm a realist. I'm just gonna lay it out there flat. Some people take this shit to the point where they want to look for guys like Vince McMahon or John Cena who think that, well, they're screwing over people just to make profit. They're gonna look for these people, and that's the type of shit that people get shot over. You know, like the Montreal screw job. I think it was Pat Patterson that said this, I can't think of whoever said it on Shawn Michaels' documentary DVD, but the screw job, that was something that either Shawn Michaels or Vince McMahon could have gotten shot for. Okay, this business is very screwed up in so many ways, and it sickens me that a guy like me who's watched this show since he was about yay high in his grandmother's room watching this, and just be at all the amazing talents that he's seen, and everybody in their mother's name back in the Attitude Era had that WWE Championship around their waist, and now that shit's changed all because John Cena can wave his hand around his face. It's easy to do this and do 5 moves of doom and get a championship title when he demands it. It just sickens me. It's not real wrestling, and I came to the conclusion, man, that I can't watch it. I can't watch the WWE anymore. It makes me sick. It really does. I'm still gonna be a wrestling fan. I'll watch TNA, for crying out loud. TNA has more fucking surprises than a fucking clown in a fucking clown car. I know my insults are not that good right now, but that's how pissed off I am. I just, man, it's making my stomach turn as we speak. And this feeling's been going on since last night, since I saw feeds on Facebook and Twitter followers tweeting a whole bunch of stuff about the Rumble, and just reading them and just seeing it just makes me sick to my stomach. How this company thinks that The Rock and Cena going at it at WrestleMania for a championship is just gonna double revenue. They'll be lucky enough to have real wrestling fans like myself and the rest of the Lost Souls even watch the pay-per-view. I wouldn't even be surprised if they get bad reviews about WrestleMania. It just makes me sick. It really does. On that note, I'm just gonna end the show here because I need some time to recollect my thoughts and just relax. If you got any comments about the Royal Rumble, please do not say the wrong thing and just put it in the fucking comment section below. Subscribe to more of our channels and videos and shit like that. I really need to just take a break, so I'm out, and fuck this.